Despite the passing of almost a month since the devastating earthquakes and aftershocks that hit Turkey, there are still stories of hope emerging from the rubble. However, the need for disaster relief continues to grow, and many families have lost their homes and businesses, leaving them with nothing to provide for their loved ones. Urgent support is required to provide basic needs such as electricity, water, bathrooms, and kitchens. And it is expected that support will be required for years to come. CBN's Operation Blessing has extended its presence on the ground to address the widespread need. In Antakya, most families have left the area in search of refuge in other cities, leaving behind those who are relying on global generosity. Many have lost their homes and livelihoods as their businesses collapsed, leaving them with nothing to provide for their families. Survivors of the disaster such as Turkan, who was trapped under rubble for more than 130 hours, shared her story of survival with us. Sadly, her husband and son lost their lives in the disaster, leaving her with her surviving daughter to care for. She is left with nothing and requires assistance. She urgently requires a helper and a home as she has no means to provide for her daughter. Necla Atahan, who also survived the disaster, recalls the harrowing experience of running out of her home with her family, believing it was their last moments. Necla describes her experience of the earthquake as being so devastating that if she were to explain it in detail, she would break down and cry. She compares it to an apocalyptic event. Before being provided with temporary housing, Necla and her family were forced to survive in a pigeon coop with approximately 10 other people. They had to light fires to keep warm and are now using the same coop as a washroom since their home is too unsafe to enter. Despite their hardships, Necla expresses gratitude for being alive and safe. She thanks God for their survival. Operation Blessing arrived in the affected area shortly after the first earthquake struck last month. Their mission is to remain on the ground for at least 6 months, providing food, care, and assistance to the people of Turkey in any way possible. Benjamin Brittain, the coordinator for Operation Blessing's International Disaster Relief Team, is present in the earthquake zone. According to Brittain, their primary stock comprises food boxes containing essential items such as rice, oil, beans, flour, and sugar. In addition to this, they are beginning to purchase bulk items such as hygiene kits with various hygiene-related items. Benjamin Brittain, the coordinator for Operation Blessing's International Disaster Relief Team, has stated that their aim is to address the immediate practical needs of the affected people and then offer spiritual support whenever possible. Brittain emphasized that their intention is not to impose their beliefs on anyone but to demonstrate what Jesus' love looks like and wait for an opportunity to have further discussions. Brittain is aware that disaster relief efforts are typically short-lived as media attention tends to fade quickly. That's precisely why the ministry is committed to staying for the long haul and providing continuous support to the people of Turkey. He said the level of need is enormous, unlike anything he's ever seen before. He also expressed the realization that after 6 months of their service, they will probably be among the few remaining aid providers. In addition to making a physical impact, Benjamin Brittain, the coordinator for Operation Blessing's International Disaster Relief Team, emphasized that their work is having a spiritual impact as well. They are not just helping those who are not familiar with Jesus but also collaborating with local churches, providing them with encouragement and prayer. Brittain emphasized that their goal is to serve the global church and that's what their mission is all about.